Mic check. Mic check. Ooh, mic looks like it might be a little hot. Let's see how the mic's doing. Somebody let me know. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what's up with the mic. Somebody let me know what's up with the mic, and then we'll get going. Knock knock live stream. Where are we at? What are we doing? There we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm going to assume that the mic is good. I'm going to assume the mic is good. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to look at. I'll probably yap about Bitcoin for a little bit, and then we're just gonna go from there. I'm starting to get a better idea of how to do the supply and demand video. On the drive back from Vegas yesterday, I had a cool idea that I think is going to help drive it home. But today we're just here to look at some charts. Mic is good. All right, sweet. Sounds good. So I streamed. Obviously, I didn't stream yesterday, and that was Tuesday. So was it Monday? Was it Monday? I think it must have been Monday. I'm gonna talk about this again. I'm gonna talk about it. So, yep, we're gonna spend a little bit of time here. Well, hold on. How far is market open? Yeah, I should be able to get this done before market open. Let's look at a couple things here. I don't think that's true. Yeah. All right. Just trying to think the best way that I want to say this. All right. So let's point out a couple things. First of all, this range has not been mitigated. Okay, check. We said it. Check. It's done. Second of all, this range here, this reaccumulation range, prior to actually breaking the all-time high, the prior all-time high. I don't call this the break. That is not the break to me. Breaking the all-time high to me happened here. Okay, so the bottom section of this range, I think, looks pretty similar to what we've got more currently, at least with this kind of action, in which you have removed liquidity multiple times, right? So what do I mean by that? And I'm sorry for anybody who has to hear me repeat myself all the time. But I never know who has heard this and who hasn't, right? So anyways, this removed liquidity a couple of times. What do I mean by that? I mean, prices going up, prices going up, prices going up. People are going long, people are going long, people are going long. They're looking to break the all-time high. They're looking to swing it. They put their stop below here. It gets yanked. Prices going up, prices going up. Lots of people enter. Days and days and days go by. Boom, 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 boom. They're looking to trade, smash the all-time high. They put their stop losses here. Remove them. Right, that's what I mean. So similar look at the bottom of our current rate. Just, you need to go away. You need to go away. So similar concept here, right? Both of these are Model 1 accumulations. Right? Pretty good. Looks pretty good. there is, I mean, the bottoms look pretty good. I'm going to be talking about my issue with the top of this here in a second. Bottoms look pretty good. Bottoms look pretty good. Same thing that we saw occur way back yonder. Which, by the way, I wanted to make a comparison here. Okay, so that's June, and that's November. Good. Well, I feel better about that. Right, same kind of thing there. Now, again, for anybody who watched, I think it's my last stream, whatever it was. I talked about how I feel like there really needs to be an initiation here, in a real break of this range. So if we look at our prior reaccumulation range, I say reaccumulation range because the initial accumulation range was here. So if we look at the prior accumulation range, we're going to see something pretty specifically different. Right prior to taking the all-time high, you pull back, mitigating the prior demand, and then you don't have to question whether that broke the previous all-time high. I don't. It broke the absolute shit out of it, right? This is the kind of price action that you want to see, especially a pullback prior to an interaction, before it touches this, before it ever touches this, a pull back and then a absolute battering ram through the all-time high. I'm really stressing this, guys. I'm really stressing this. Now, does anybody see that same narrative, that same story, that same theme happening right here? Because if you do, I need you to contact me in Discord, and I need you to walk me through it, because I don't see it, and I want your help, okay? There's another slight thing. No, I'm not going to pick on that. It's not as relevant. So I'm just saying, I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. This is not safe territory for me, okay? Now, furthermore, let's pick on this level right here, the all-time high of all-time highs. It's only right there, right? What does that mean? That means that we are in the most premium of premium settings right now. We don't get any more premium than we are right now. So is it a great place to buy or long? No. Negative. It is not. Not for me, guys. Not for me. Not for my rules, right? I would much rather see let's see. Actually, I need to pick on this low first of all. I would say your most closest range of price action is here. So safer places for me to long is going to be down here in discount at 103,471 to 100,700, whatever that fucking number down here in discount, right? That is a far safer place for me to long. Do we have any reason for price to return to that zone? Yeah, we do. We have unswept liquidity down there, first and foremost, without even leaving the daily time frame. We have reasons to go down there, right? Now, mega important low. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Hold on. I don't want to blow market open. Okay. A mega important low. We'll talk about that later. So I like to be down in this area, ideally, currently, to long, but I can tell you that this daily order block has already been mitigated by that following candle. So anyway, blah. I'm going too far with this. Okay, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that would make me want to long, is if we actually initiated here, created new demand, I would rather... Hold on. Well, let me draw this. Let me draw this correctly. I would rather buy or long at a higher price than we currently are. Yep, I said that. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Let's go ahead and get into our local price action, and I don't know, kind of get prepared for market open, and then we'll start taking a look at some other stuff. There's one last thing I'm gonna say on here, and then I'm gonna move on. And I know I'm only repeating myself from Monday, but I have to do it, guys. Hopefully I don't blow up getting to all the TA done prior to market open. That, I don't know, when I hover over it, the line goes away. But that is, I'm saying we could be here right now. Literally right here-ish in the market. Yeah. I'm just okay. I've said my pieces. I'm done. Are we on the Bybit chart? Good, sweet. Let's delete all these drawings and let's mark out our all-time high. Let's mark out this really important low down here, and let's drop to the 4. All right. Let's drop to the 30. Let's go ahead and drop to the 30 from here. All right. So far we cleared the prior all-time high. I don't know, wherever in this area. Cleared it, got above it, didn't break it in my opinion, and formed this range here. I know, again, I'm only repeating myself. I understand that, but it's all relevant to what I'm about to talk about. So we form a double top, we sweep the top of the range here, and we break the bottom of the range there. Okay, cool. What does that leave us here on the chart? That leaves us supply. Have we cleared that supply? This is a manipulation event above the all-time high. The fuck did it go? Let's just get it on here so that I'm not losing my mind. It should be it right there. Back to the 30. Yeah, this thing. Right? Template, supply. Let's go. Let's go. All right, have we cleared this yet? No. Have we taken multiple attempts to clear it? Yes, we have. We have taken multiple attempts. We failed this time. That was the short that I called on Monday stream, right? And where was my final target for the short? It was this demand. Now, we've formed another range on top of that. And what do we do? What do we do? Where is that place weakness? Down here, okay? Now, I do like, what do we, yeah, we get 4 minutes to market open. I do like this. 1, 2, 3. Same thing, removal of liquidity. Let's go ahead and get this range out of the way. Let's leave this back on here as a breadcrumb. Let's get rid of that swiggle. So I do like that. I do like that. Let's drop down to the 30. I don't love what's to the left. And let's talk about this. No, we're gonna need to go. We're gonna need to go lower. God damn it! Are you shitting me? Okay, well, not the end of the world. God damn it! This is the area I was looking to for long before I started the stream, but I get so busy yapping sometimes. Why? Why am I looking to that area? Right? Because that is the first break of structure since we interacted with the current range low, forming demand and, you know, placing a little bit of weakness on this high up here. So is still an interesting place. Is still an interesting place. We got market that's about to open right now. So and then I'm gonna ask myself a couple more things. What exists past 109,233? What exists past that? What is up there that would stop me? Would stop price from running this curve of liquidity right here, purging that high. And then this, to me, is about the only thing left until we take the all-time high, right? So what's left? What's left to stop us from doing that? We have a 15-minute order block that exists between 109,650.3 and 109,356.5. So I would say that is the only thing. Yeah, that's my zone that would stop that. So let's take a look at some risk to rewards. Cover that whole demand. Target 1 is only about a 1.37 R away from me. Not going to work. Can it be refined? Yeah, I probably can. Probably can. Are we at market open yet? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop. Now let's stay on the 2. Let's stay on the 2. Can it be refined? Yeah, potentially. I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to take a look at this. One thing I would like to see on market open is one more sweep below here, knock out any early longs, a break back above there. And then, you know, it's always, you know, yeah, if we actually break back above there, then that SL could, I would be comfortable with it. The market open has had a tendency to kind of do a fill, as it's been doing that lately. So I would be a little cautious there. But if we can get back up above here, I think we could look at a potential refinement to like potentially something like that. Gets us a slightly better risk reward, 2.23. That's already way up into here though. No, you know, in all honesty, I don't know if there's enough R's on the table there for me. I don't know if there's enough R's on the table there for me. So we'll get through market open here, and then we'll do other stuff and things and answer more questions. And I have not looked at chat once, so I'll pause for a minute and we'll say good morning to some people. Oscar, Moho, Bitcoin Dreamer, Albert, Deborah, Laura Lee, Frog Kim. Okay, Emmanuel, Fraz Ali, Bitcoin Dreamer 2. You already said that name. I'm going to miss some people. Deborah, Alexandria G, top of the morning. And I'm going to say, yep. Good morning, Luke. What's up, Steve? Dave Digital. Dave Digital making fun of me in my charts. He always gives me shit because I use white charts. And it was great to meet you. Great to meet you, bro. Great to meet you. Great to meet you, man. It was really nice. I know I could talk all morning about the Bitcoin conference, but I don't know if you guys want to hear me yap about that. Okay, so I'll give you another one here. I'd rather, as I wait for market open, I'm just going to continue to, well, market opens here. Market opens here. Let's chill. I'm going to go and throw some volume on, and if I can hit any of the right buttons. And yeah, we'll take a look and kind of see how market wants to perform on an open. And today is Wednesday. Okay. Sorry. I should have gotten over here a little bit sooner than I did, and shame on me for that. I'm curious if no. All right, so is market open? Market is doing the opening of the doors. What limit orders is it going to gravitate towards? We got a lot to cover today, too. I'm going to be on for another hour and a half, give or take. Got a lot to cover today. Rather, I aspire to cover a lot today. Although, okay, so we're still pushing down a little bit. That could be pushing down to fill limit longs. I have zero action to be taken yet. Looking at this range, boom, boom, always gives me worry that it places weakness on the low when I see the high fail. I have an entire thesis behind that. But maybe for another day. Probably put that in the supply and demand video. Yep. For me, nothing actionable yet. I just want to like monitor market open for a little bit and see if we can get little anything in here to make some sense, and then I'd like to build out like a better flow chart of support beneath this is what I'd like to do. And when I say like nothing actionable for me yet, price could literally go up from here to here, and I would not care. I would not care. Rather, like it could go up to there and me not be in a trade, and I still don't care. I still don't care. Okay. Yeah, and let's see. I'm gonna say some other stuff. Well, because this is boring. That's like watching paint dry to me. I can't fucking do that. Y'all, if you own Bitcoin and you didn't pay yourself, if you're not paying yourself up here, you're gonna make my eyes fall out of my head. You're gonna make my eyes fall out of my head. Oh my God, market open! You are boring me to death. I so struggle with this. It pains my heart to just sit here and watch these candles print. I might literally have to move on. I might literally have to move on and just not even care about what's happening here because I think I already sort of determined that I really don't care. But okay, let's go back down to the one. Let me see on market open. Yeah. Short volume divergence, right? More of a what you would call a hidden divergence. No. Regular. Exaggerated. Good Lord, get it right once, Burberry. Exaggerated divergence. Now that looks, yeah, that looks a lot better to me. Okay. I'm going to set another alert on here, and then I'm going to move on. Like I said, just not particularly my cup of tea. Could be all your guys' cup of tea, and that's fine, man. That's fine. I don't have anything wrong with it. Obviously, I said my piece in this area, so I'm gonna move on. I want give me a god, bruh. Why you never want to get on the wick? Give me an alert here that I'll probably never hear. And let's go cruise. Let's go cruise. All right. So let me get back into my storytelling mode. Let's get back into my storytelling mode. All right. So range above all-time high. Breakdown from range. I don't think we hit. To me, we didn't hit any like super obvious yell at a fella demand in these areas to set this for this boom that I said I do like, which I do because it's market structure and I like it. But I don't love the area that it happened at. So anyways, we fall down from here. Boom, 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 boom. It's bullish. This is the most bearish thing on the chart right here. Yep, I would say that. So I guess we kind of talked about, we already sort of talked about long. I need to talk about support, right? I need to talk about support. Something interesting right down here between 103.392 to 102.077. Where my head's going through right now is I've already talked about this price action up here, and I've already talked about why I'm afraid that we haven't made an initiation yet, right? And so we've kind of already talked about what's going to potentially stop us from taking the all-time high. We talked about that piece of supply that is right here. We talked about this high, and then we're up at the all-time high, right? Cool. So that's all done. It's all done. Move on. Now, what is going to stop us from hitting this low down here? That is the next thing I'm looking at. Barely anything. Is that a little something? Does I spy a little something? What's that look like on the floor? Yeah, I'm going to take that. Got another little zone between 105.375, 104.085. It's the only real unmitigated pieces of demand that I see down in these areas prior to taking the low. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you lose this low here at 107.436, well then I suspect you're coming here, right? And maybe you see a reversal in market structure here and we start coming up. I don't know. Find out when we get there. Maybe set yourself an alert. But if we don't, okay, so we're going to have, what are we on, the 4-hour time frame? You're going to break 4-hour internal structure to get there. Break. New supply. So if we come down there, flip structure, and come up, we're going to be under 4-hour, we're going to have some 4-hour bearish market structure forming supply right above us there. So could that be an area that then sets a lower high? Yes. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Come on, brain, work. Yeah, come on, brain. Boot up, buddy. Boot up. Flow charting. That's what I'm doing. Flow charting. Let's say we come down through this zone. We don't really get much of a lift out of it. We come more than halfway through it. Maybe a tiny lift, only halfway through it. Oh, then I suspect you're going to go to this zone. right? And maybe we get a little bit of lift off of that zone. If it can get us back up here, now we're starting to look pretty good, because that's gonna look like the opposite of this, right? That's gonna look like the opposite of that. So that would look pretty good. But if those zones don't work, just kind of cut through, then I think we're all the way back down to 100.6. And if 106 point, and if that breaks, well, then we're back down to here. Right? Then we fill this fair value gap right here. Apologize. Then we fill the fair value gap, and we're back down into the next relevant area of demand. Template demand. Let's go, bro. And that demand's between 97, 868, 93, 438. And it's a nice looking section of demand, guys. I will admit, it's a nice looking section of demand. But in order to achieve said nice looking section of demand, you are going to have to break your 4-hour market structure. And then you're going to be looking at a break of 4-hour market structure that occurred after the sweep of the all-time high. Okay? Then it would be a 4-hour market structure break after a sweep of the all-time high. So would I expect this zone to provide a higher high? No. Could it? Yes, it absolutely could. Not a fucking, not a goddamn magician. It could, but I would not suspect that to be the case. All right. So for the most part, I think I've kind of flowcharted this out here. You know what we didn't do? We didn't talk about shorts. Well, hitting wrong buttons isn't going to help anybody. For a clean short. Yeah, probably 109.217 is the cleaner short for me. But we have the potential of developing something even better still. And that would be a break of 108.171. If we can break 108.171, flip this supply or this demand into supply, then I would like the idea of driving down out of a retest on there to this low, right? And then what happens if we break this low? We go to that low. What happens if we break this low? We kind of already talked about this, right? We kind of already talked about this stuff. Okay, man, that's a lot of yapping about Bitcoin. I feel guilty because I haven't even really been paying attention to chat, and you wonderful people are over there probably saying important or I don't know, something. Y'all are saying nothing. I feel like I'm ignoring, or something. And I feel like I'm ignoring you. Is there anything else I can say about the price action up here? No, I can say, here's what I can say about the price action up here. I don't want to have to do TA below this point on the chart. I don't want to have to do it. Don't fucking make me do it, Bitcoin. And so yeah, I would say all my TA up in HAR is complete, with the exception of this guy. I'm missing a position on here. The old ATH short. What's the target on it? The Abyss is the target on it. the crypto abyss. I mean, final target is 74K. All right. Cool. Well, cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Shall we? Shall we move on? I think we should move on. Sol. All right, let's go take a look at Sol real quick. We're gonna peek at the last Bitcoin TA I did, and then we out of here, man. Then we out of here. Last Bitcoin TA I had was a position relative to the prior all-time high, just a short on the prior all-time high, right? Just a simple range rotation. What else did I have up in here? I had a tiniest of the weest of the little scalps up to a sweep of this high into supply for a short down to this demand, which I cautioned, saying you are going to be losing structure to get down there, so it may not provide a higher high. And then I had we had our juicier section of demand right down here, in which I said, hey, if we're going to get a higher high, that seems like a logical area to do it from. What happened? We got a higher high. Now, it didn't, failed up there. We already covered that. Yeah, so that's kind of where I had left off before on it. I was just using a different fresh chart. Sol. That's what we're doing. We're doing Sol. Let's go see where I left off on Sol. Where are you at, homie? Like here, right? Okay, cool. All right, Sol. Built what looks to be about a 4-hour range, maybe a little bit more, right underneath a very relevant section of supply. That's kind of my make or break zone for a complete range rotation on this, right? Here's your range, you got your range low, you got your range high. We break. This was my zone where I'm like, that's what, and call it POC, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it supply. This was my make or break zone prior to running a lot of this stuff and challenging. Is that an all-time high on Sol? Yeah, all-time high on Sol. Yeah, that was my, that was where I was at with that. Okay, let's do some undos. And let's get up in here. Let's drop to the 5. All right, so I said potential little scalp off of there. It fucking shit on the low, went right through it, didn't give a shit what I had to say. Then I was saying, hey, can we get some love out of demand? What was the target for it? Target for it was the most recent high. Bro, get on the wick, right? So overall, I'd say, hey, pretty cool. That worked out all right. Where was the next place I was looking to? This low right here. Why am I looking there? Because we have a range, goddammit, because we have a range. So this is the next place I would be looking to for long on Sol. Sol if it breaks this low right here, which looks to be very possible, then I'd be looking at 2 areas for a retest on a short down to there. The most ideal zone of which is going to be 174.39 and 173.38, and the larger area of supply being 175.02 to what is that? 172.72. This is not an initiation out of this yet. I do not see an initiation here. I only see a wick. There's no entry on this for me yet. You have to initiate first. But then I would be looking to target down to that low. That's only a 2.8 or a 2.2. What is that? 2.1. Now, is that low going to hold? Fuck if I know. What do you think? I'm psychic? Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. I have no idea if that low is going to hold, but I can tell you one thing. If you zoom out, we filled this range high, placing weakness on this range low. So will it break? Based off of this information here, I would say it's a far higher probability that it does break here than hold here. Okay, and then yeah, so short on SOL. Let's get back up in the nits and the grits. We're going to talk some shorts. We're going to talk some longs on SOL. Short for me, I need to see a better initiation. I'll just define it. We'll just put a definitive number on it, so I don't have to fiddle fart around and pretend. I'd like to see an initiation down to the 171 area, down here. I'd like to see an initiation down to the 171 area. Boom. And then a retest back into these zones for a continuation back down to the most immediate range low. That's what we'd like to see there. Now, what if it holds this and breaks this? Well, it's going to look pretty sweet, right? Maybe. But I will tell you one thing. You have unmitigated supply not too far up above that guy. Not too far up above that guy. So depending upon, this is a tricky zone right here. This is a tricky zone for me. Actually, why wouldn't it just take that high? Yeah, it's a tricky zone for me because you are going to have the opportunity to double bottom and break structure coming into this zone, right? So this is going to need to present a whole lot more like a wick hitting that zone and a candle closing back below here. Box. That's my cute little candle. I would want that to look a lot more like this. So that I don't have to, so that I'm not going, oh yeah, we broke structure to mitigate that. No, I want it to look more like we have a range and we have swept the high of the range into supply and then want to go back down there. That's what I would, but hold on. Yeah, we did talk longs, right? We did talk about longs. Well, we talked about a couple longs. We talked about a couple longs, and yeah, one. Well, I mean they're old, but they're still valid. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Yep. 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 Those are the ones I got right now. Trying to think how much further I want to dive into SOL. I'm going to save this little breadcrumb. I'm going to move it down. Because essentially I'm plotting the another short in that area. Probably better to just go ahead and cover the supply, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty good about that. I can do Ondo. I don't know about ETHFi and PHB. We'll see. I might come back to those depending upon how we do on time today. I might come back to those. But in the interim, we'll go take a peek at Ondo. Okay. Can anybody fucking remind me why we didn't plan a short out of that supply up there? That seemed like a pretty dumb idea. To not plan a short out of that? That seemed pretty stupid. But it doesn't matter, because it's over. Alright, what's the last few ideas I had on this? Break above here for a run at this high. That happened. And then we come back down to potentially sweep these lows. We get no love out of that zone. A little bit of a flip zone, because it's like if we don't get love out of this zone, then we are losing this range. And look to cover and come back down into demand. We get down into demand, not the most juiciest section that I want. Oh yeah, I remember we covered this on the last stream I did. And so, you know, we were getting a little bit of a break out of demand. I said, hey, final target for that is going to be up there. We get up to here. What in the world do we hit? Can I find it? I don't care to, for the sake of time. But you see the break that comes out of here. We come up and we smoke this guy. Structure is still maintaining higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then it falls apart right here. That'd have been a pretty good indication if you weren't already stair-stepping your stop loss up on this. That would have been a pretty good indication that you should no longer be in that long trade, right? So most I can tell you there. So what do we have up there? We have remaining unmitigated supply. Are we still interested in this trade down here at that low? Go back out to the 4. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the line on my chart, but I'm not feeling that. I have to clean this stuff up. I can't look at this. I can't do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one too. Let's get rid of this stuff down here. What could we do? Oh, we haven't hit this guy yet. I much prefer that one. Let's repurpose some stuff. No, let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Boom. Yeah, that is not hateful to me. What was I shooting for? Just some manner of initiation there. Actually, I'd look pretty. An initiation above 113 is a really good look, because I think that is the signs that you are going to run this liquidity right here. Let's do it this way. The old dollar signs. That's already been addressed. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good indication that you're going to run that. Yeah, and then I would say that if you can break 163, that you are we're coming for this guy. Just leaving some breadcrumbs there for myself. Yeah, so this would be the most immediate long trade I would be interested in. Get back on there. And I think that'd be probably target 1, target 2, target 3. Let's say a target 4 on it. Would we still have a 3-to-1 to target 1? Curious about that. Sure would, wouldn't we? Sweet. Yep. And shorts. I can pretend that candles exist that don't exist yet. That would make for clear shorts, but they don't exist yet, so I don't feel like pretending at the moment. What else we got? Virtuals. Injective. Yeah, we'll just move right to injective here. Because Luke is always in here. So we're going to take care of his first. All right, injective, what do we do? Let's get out to the daily here. Did the low come in someplace relevant? Yes, it did. Did it break? Did we break significant structure coming out of that area? Yeah, we broke daily structure. Did I want to get back down in here to mitigate? Sure. But, what do? We formed a higher low for a higher high. No big deal. Let's drop to maybe the 5 and go take a look at the locals. The locals here. Yeah, makes sense to me. So we had this area of demand. Now I didn't include, I kind of messed it up a little bit. Didn't include this area because of the curvature of liquidity on it. This kind of short idea out of here, not so bad. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the fucking demand held and it created our lower high. That's all I'm trying to say. Get this shit out of my way. Shit out of the way. Get all this shit out of the way. Did we neglect to identify what was above us? I find supply like this rarely works, but happens from time to time. Because you didn't break any structure here. That is an internal only break. You did not break any structure there. Swept this high. But this is where your structure breaks down here. So see, typically I would include all of this in my supply. But we can see that that has already been mitigated. There's this little piddlywink section left, and I think that's what we're currently interacting with. All right, let's get our kidney beans off of here. Okay, now. Does that look like a break to anybody? I'm just curious. Just curious. Because if you see it, I don't. Not yet. Okay. Get out of the way. Let's just leave ourselves a little line here. Okay, so let's say, okay, if we fail this high and we start rotating down, what's there? What's going to hold us up? What's going to do it? What's going to do it? What's going to hold us up? Well, we got an 8-hour order block right here. And that exists between 14,041 and 13,333. Yeah, got one of those there. And I would say that you have a little bit more. Give me my magnet. So you got a little bit more between 14,262 and 13,354. So widen that up a little bit. And then 12.9 to 12.351. To me, those are the two primary zones that would hold us back from breaking that low. And then yeah, you got a potential SFP off of that low. I don't feel good about that at all. No, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Not with this sitting right below it. Get on the fucking work, Coleman. I was trying to tell you, get on that goddamn work. So you know, potential longs up out of here. We'll take a look at some smaller time frame structure here in a minute. I don't even know why I'm on the 8-hour time frame. I have no fucking clue about that. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna let's see. What can I do to indicate this? I don't like the lower position. Could still work, but I don't like it as much. So I'm gonna put an exclamation sign on it. Caution. Caution. Let's drop the 5 and see what we got going on up here. I don't know. I see another range. So I see. In which you have deviated the high and broke structure off of. So it seemed pretty clear that we're coming here. Is there demand right below this current range, this little micro range? Yes, there is. It's the only thing that I think is going to prop up the larger market structure at play. Yeah, it is. Which would also give you an opportunity to deviate the range to the other side. It's a pretty bearish descent into there. It's a pretty bearish one, but why? Why is that? Well, because look at this line and curl of liquidity, right? Like, pretty sensical, huh? Pretty sensical, if you ask me. So, are we even going to get anything to really chill and develop before going into a zone like that. I mean, like currently, I would say the chances look less likely, less likely. But considering this would hold the overall market structure up, I'm happy to look to that zone. I'm happy to look to that zone for a long. And then let's see. I'm going to be short past 1 or 14. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. Let's see what we're working with up here. 30-minute structure. Okay, so you're going to lose 30-minute structure to achieve a zone like that on the chart. You're going to lose 30-minute structure to get down there. And quite possibly, if you left this whole range sitting here unmitigated on the journey down, you do one of these, you do a little kaplow out of here, then I would rather skip this and short this for targets further down. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, so the short doesn't exist yet. It doesn't exist yet, but I'm going to be looking for shorts after a loss of 14,574. Why? Well, because that would be that should break a structure, right? If you look at your range and you look at this as a deviation above the range, and then you lose this low, well then, like, I don't, what am I trying to say here? Oh, well then, this is the strongest low in the range, and so yeah, if you lose that one, I say you come here. But I don't know. I think all I'm really trying to say by that is you'll be under 30-minute bearish to get here. So I would suggest you want 15 to 30-minute bullish to get out of there. And, I know what I was trying to say. If you deviated the range and you fell above it and then you break structure, like the potential of a rotation down to there is very much on the table. And I already said I don't think it's stopping here because you got liquidity right below it. So, yeah, that's... we talked about longs and shorts on it. We did it. We did the thing. See what time looks like, 7:13 a.m. Okay, Ondo, you're gonna have to rewind for it. I think we already did it. Didn't we already do Ondo? Let's go take a look. I think we did Ondo, and then I'm gonna go back and try and grab some of these other ones. Didn't we do Ondo? We do Ondo? Yeah, we did Ondo. Yeah, we did Ondo. We did Ondo. All right. And virtuals for Deborah. Looks pretty bullish. Looks super bullish. Ooh, I see things that I like immediately on this. Let's just get it all out of the way. Just get it. No, all of you go away. Hold, please. Nah, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use the local price action anyway. That's already mitigated. That can go away. Yeah, let's get this fucker cleaned up. This was a power 3. Manipulation below your range low or a bullish expansion. After I deleted everything and now I'm fucking mucking the chart up again. Anyways, all right, so we have a nice bullish leg of price action, okay? A very nice bullish leg of price action right here. What do we have to the left? Not much. Not much. Let's dig through some time frames. There's got to be some resistance somewhere on the way up. I mean, I guess there doesn't like have to be. I suppose I just like assumed there would be. Yeah, so there was this like probably more like a daily order block. Yeah. I know it's black and I don't care. But I would say that's more what triggered this higher low. So I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Here's the one that I will concern myself with right now. Magnet, come back to me. Come back to me, buddy. And that's between 3.14, 2.7. Cool. I'm going to pay attention to that zone. Yep, very much like that. I'm going to pay attention to that, and then we're just going to take a look at the local leg, right? Because it's all higher highs and higher lows, so why the hell would we expect anything different? I don't see any evidence that we should. All right. Okay. Let's get through here. So you got a high, you have a low, you slam up above the high, you left two demand ranges. That one had more curvature to it. I know you guys probably can't see that because I'm all zoomed out. Let's look at this closer. I say this stuff all the time. This demand has curvature to the face of it. This demand does not have that. You see how it what's a better way to say this? Lowest point, highest point, it never returned for that. This just kind of comes down and then up. This just kind of comes up and then up. Anyways, I'm just getting myself reorientated here. Okay, so we knew that this wasn't going to hold, which means we go to the next area on the chart. That should be this guy. Now, when we hit this guy, we break structure. We retest. We send it. All right. Now, you got a range here that you broke down from to get to that. You expanded your range to here at that point. Hit the high. Came back for all of these lows that were stacked in here. It's 10-minute structure. God damn it, now I have to go find it again. No, not quite, huh? God damn it. Sorry, I need to move on anyway. I was looking at this section right here. Break structure again. Full send mode. That same sell to buy right prior to snapping out of it. Ooh, that was a nice zone. Not that it ever got remitigated, and I don't think I'd use it now, but that was a nice zone. Okay. Boom, break again. Send. and we come up here and we put in a top. Sorry, I get so sloppy sometimes. I really need to be better about using the path tool. All right. So, what is going to stop us from taking out this low and flipping this to, like, I don't know, 4-hour bearish? Yep, 4-hour bearish. What's going to stop it from taking that low out and flipping market structure to 4-hour bearish? Would we expect it to flip 4-hour bearish here? I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't expect it to flip 4-hour bearish. Well, I've got two suggestions. One would be this order block right here, in which demand has created demand. That's one. And so we long from here. And that zone is 21,583 to 20528. No, we don't short there, dude. We don't fucking short there. We fucking long there. What the fuck wrong with you, bro? What the fuck wrong with you? Where do we long? Back to that high. Or what's the target, rather? Back to that high. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. We have not put any real resistance under the chart yet. Okay, cool. What's another idea? What else? What else is down here that could stop us? Potentially the last sell to buy that broke us from this range that created an inefficiency on the chart. And that zone exists from 2.2241 to 2.1834. No, you broke the primary law. Okay, so you know, I think I think we can look for some love out of there. But I do like the lower position better. What was this? This was virtuals. Yeah, so there's a short, technically two longs. Technically two longs. And we'll go ahead and pre-plan a short up here. I currently would want to target probably this. Okay. I think I'm happy with the virtuals, and we can move on. Let me go back to Bitcoin real quick to stare at the alarm that never went off. Well, at least I never heard it. At least I never heard it go off. Maybe that's because I set it somewhere else, because I set my alert on the high, not on the low. Well, that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? This trade is still valid. 100% still valid. Super duper still valid. Okay, what did we miss? What did we miss? Ondo, down to 105K. 105K. Hell yeah, it's possible to go down to 105K. Yeah. Hell yeah, it's possible to go down to 105K. Yeah, absolutely. Would I prefer to see a mitigation of supply prior to that? Ya boy would. Ya boy definitely would. And a little inside bar. But, you know, there's a potential. That the retest already happened. Yeah. Yeah, I see that as being the case. Okay. Anyways. Hey man, what else we got? Y'all are quiet. Y'all are quiet. What else you want to look at? What's Aunt Sue up to? God, such a good long. Damn, that's such a good long. I'm not gonna chart it unless you guys want me to. So, what was it? Ton ripped today, didn't it? Huh? Yeah. Anyways, Nick, what's up, my guy? How the hell do I have 11 unread text messages? Jesus, let's pretend that's not the case. Let's just ignore that for now. So yeah, oh yeah, we can look at Link. Of course, I should have autopiloted to Link the moment that I saw your name in the chat. I should have just threw it on autopilot, went straight over to Link. For the man. Okay. 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 So we did get love out of our blue zone, and it did take us back up to our high. Did we miss this? Son of a bitch, we did. This trade is still valid. We've not broke. Oh, God, did we? No, I lied. I lied. Wanted a bearish 4 hour, and somehow I missed that. And so since then, it has been a lower high and a lower low. Lower relative to that one still. Equals, so we're still stuck in between these two. You have a really nice 4 hour order block right below you. But my concern is this. No, I mean, fuck, you gotta call it a break, man. I feel like you gotta call. Well, God, no, it kind of gets ugly. Like you see some candle bodies up there, but if you stair step wicks, then yeah, Not so hot. That looks distributive in nature. So that's okay, because I still say that this is the only zone of price holding us back from running the low at 15,139. So I still think it's interesting. But I want the top part. I want the top part of it. I want the top part. Because if it's, yeah, it's just, it needs to be the top part. So there's potentially you're going to confirm supply on this and just fall anyway. And if this doesn't hold, so if this demand doesn't hold, then I think we're coming to this low at 14,831. And if this low doesn't hold, then I think we're coming down to this demand at 14,078. And we've got a long there. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm worried about locally here. If we're going to set a, locally, if we're going to set a higher low for a higher high, higher low for higher high, I feel like it really needs to come out of this 15,615 to 15,426. But just trying to think. About to fucking sell all my crypto. I swear to God. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I like this trade better. I like the short better. I don't think I feel so great about that long. But please let me be wrong. Please let me be wrong. We did put this into supply. Catapult down, come up, down, up. Meaning that the upward structure formed from here to here broke here. And this had not been mitigated yet. How I feel about Link, Nick. $13.90 is taunting you. $13.90 is taunting him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see a path down there. I can see a path down there. What else we got, gentlemen? What else do we have, gentlemen? Just trying to get that down to a single candle. And I succeeded. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking hell, I forgot to post all the charts again, as always. I'm just going to post a link to my charts in the TA section. What happened with Super? What happened with Super? Kind of a partial fill on the fair value gap. But what did you do? You filled the fucking range high. We have a little bit of demand right here. Which did indeed create an inefficiency and did break structure. So it's there. It's there. Is it going to work? Probably temporarily. Now, there is a potential that this demand could take us back to this high. There's a potential there. Have a 2-hour order block at .9075 to .811. And the thing that has me locally concerned on this is failure at this high, placing weakness on the low that created it. So the idea I like the most is still this idea. Yeah. If this zone fails, we are coming here. And we have an opportunity to then purge the low of the range into demand and climb back up. And so I'm going to hope for this. I'm gonna hope for this. Yeah, it's what I like better. So I'm just gonna hope for it. But there's a potential for this zone to produce a move that could take us back up to 84.51. I mean, potentially higher too. I don't know. I just don't like to look out too far in the future. Well, I mean, let's look at our daily real quick and see. Okay, yeah, so here's another one for you. It's low at 71.55 will break daily market structure. And if you break your daily market structure, I think you're ultimately coming here. I think zones like this just provide lower highs for lower lows. So you bet your ass it better hold in this zone, or not good, or not good. Yeah, no problem, Nick. No problem, Nick. Take a closer look at total 3. No. Oh, zippity doo dah. Zippity doo dah. So far, all I see is this. All right, I have a few minutes left. CRV, yes, indeed. Meba. We look at CRV. We will look at CRV. Where's the initiation? I don't see it. This is what I see. So what yeah. You know what it looks like happened here? Looks like shorts filled here. What's left? $0.07 to 6.35. Say that's what's remaining before we take out the low at 635. Let's check our lower time frames. Well, what do you know? Well, what do you fucking know? Template, motherfucker, template. What do you know? Yeah, so quite literally, locally, if this low doesn't hold, you're taking this. And if that doesn't hold, so this is our daily order block here. And we can already see that it's had mitigation on it. This is the only section that has not. So that's going to be the next stop along the train ride. Now, is that going to produce a higher high? Likely not. I mean, maybe. Fucking maybe. But I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. So same thing. You're going to lose daily market structure here. And when you lose daily market structure, that ain't fucking bullish, okay? That ain't fucking bullish. So I suggest we keep this one pretty simple. And we say, okay, we got a range, failed the high of it, so we could purge the low of the range. Or maybe we hit a little bit of demand in the range, but either way, I would suggest that we wait until discount for a long. That seems like a responsible thing to do. Seems like a responsible thing to do. The only other long I have, which I don't think you're going to see happen, is a break back above this high. So shorts for me, if we break the low at 748, if, again, to repeat, if we break the low at 748, no, let me redo that. You're gonna have a local target here. You gotta be aware of 729. But if we break the low, no, you know what I want to see happen? I want to see it come here, here, here. That's what I think. 45-minute chart for the break on curve. Let's see. Great question. Great question. Don't even know why I'm on the 45. It would definitely work. 30 would work. You have up to 1 hour structure. And you have 12 minutes left to close the current 1 hour candle. So it could be sort of confirming here shortly. This is not support. I wonder if I could, can I draw a devil with horns? This is going to be hilarious. My horned devil looks more like a bug. All hell break loose down there. That does not look like a fucking devil with horns. Fucking weird. All right. Cool. We starting to, okay, I'm officially starting to run out of time. Everybody, thanks for coming in and joining me this morning. It was wicked cool to go up to the Bitcoin conference. There's a lot of things I can say about it, but I think the primary thing I want to say about it is it's important to get out and be inspired by people in life. It's the most important thing I'll say about it. You know, I don't have a whole lot left, man. I have a crushing workload in front of me today because I took yesterday off to go to the conference, and I'm going to be getting my ass kicked all day long. Look at me plan here. Oh, that's not the chart we were using today. We were using this chart today. Did we ever? No, we never really got back up in there, huh? Yeah. 80 old hoodles. Yeah, thanks for joining me. And I hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully, oh, I missed Ponke. What did we do it on? Did we do it on Bybit? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did do it on Bybit. Okay, so we knew we had a weak high here. 30. We hit our supply, started losing structure. We crawled down, we flipped bullishly. Flip bullishly, we remitigate. Okay, I'm just going to talk about what's right in front of me. Well, I mean, I guess maybe we go out to some higher time frame and... Okay, here's what I'll tell you about the higher time frame. Swing high, swing low. That's weekly market structure. That's failure to clear your weekly swing high. So potential range deviation. Now we'll go back down to this more local price action here. What the hell was I going to say about this? Here's what I was going to say about this. Looking at this range of price, whether you... I'll just go ahead and delete it. Just get it out of the way. Whether you're looking from here to here or whether you're looking from here to here, you were in discount when you broke structure here. Okay? You're in discount there. What happened post-break? What happened post-break? So I'm talking about this break right here. A couple of things happen. It wiped all this liquidity out. Get on the goddamn wick, man. Should be my fucking slogan. It wiped all that liquidity out. You have a range here that you broke bearishly from. What is the last buy to sell that broke structure locally from left to right that created an inefficiency on the chart? I know I need new glasses, but I believe that is the last buy to sell that broke structure locally that created an inefficiency on the chart before taking out this low. And I know I need new glasses. So maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's it. And we didn't tag it anyway, so doesn't matter. All right. So anyways, I wanted to talk about what happened after the break, right? So we break, we come up, we peel off this liquidity, set a high, build a little bit of a top here. You see you're losing your 10-minute structure. Okay, so you lost your 10-minute structure. We do indeed come down and snap that low out. When we lost that 10-minute structure, what did we create? Supply. When we hit it, what happened? We came down and took that low out. All right, cool. Now, we come up, sort of fart around a little bit, lose 10-minute structure again. Okay, that's 5-minute structure. That's like 5-minute structure. Lose that, take this low out. Now, the break that we put in down in discount occurred here. So did we come down and mitigate demand? We sure did. What should have happened if this was bullish? What should have happened? Well, one of the things did happen. This should have happened. We should have broke structure coming out of there. Yeah. Good job. What else should have happened? If bullish, you should have broken this high. What happened instead? Formed a range and you broke the low of it. What does that mean? It means you created supply. What did that supply do? Came down and took out that low. Did we break again prior to doing that? Well, I reckon we did. What happens when we break? Put supply onto the chart. Still like this area though. But I will say that you still need to watch the low at 15 cents. I will say that. All right. Oh. Hey man, I had fun this morning, gentlemen and ladies. I had fun this morning. All you guys up at the conference, go fucking kick ass, meet all the cool people, make all the connections, beef up your networks, learn stuff, come back, get ready to crush, do it for the rest of us. And yeah, I'm gonna go work, homies. I'm gonna go do some fucking work. Yeah, man, I feel like I fucking done said my piece this morning. Done said my piece. Please, anybody who owns a significant amount of Bitcoin, watch the beginning of today's stream and the beginning of Monday's stream. Please, please, please. And Dave Digital, it was a pleasure meeting you. Let's fucking rinse you up, homie. How do we do that again? How do we fucking do that, bro? How do we do that? It was great meeting Dave Digital. Why did I not tag Dave Digital and fucking Crypto Billy in my post yesterday? Why did I not do that? Because I'm an asshole. All right. Yeah, guys, I came, I said my shit, and I'm fucking out of here, man. Fucking out of here. I'm gonna go get my ass absolutely handed to me today. And y'all have fun. I got to go. Thanks again for being here. Stay safe. Do good things for good people. Don't worry about the bad people. Fuck them.